Hello, my name is Arpita Sasmal, and today I have decided to start my YouTube journey from the topic what is the purpose of my life? Do I have a purpose in life? Do you have a purpose in life? Because this is a question that is constantly there in our mind, and we often push it away because of our daily chores, of daily tasks, or daily to do list that we have to accomplish. But when we go back to sleep at night, this keeps coming in our head and it often makes us lose motivation or question our existence. Would you be surprised to know that this question, this thought, is not only there in the youth, but it's there in every age group, and that is due to the following reasons. So, the first age group is the age bracket from 18 to 30-year-old. So that is the young adult life. So this thought actually starts coming from the age people start attending high school or in college or after college or in their first job. So these are the times where it starts and the thoughts penetrates into their mind. And now due to social media, of course, we see that everyone's achieving so much, everyone's claiming what they want and they're going after it, and that makes us think more about it. And sometimes it makes us lose motivation, tempts us to ask questions like whether we are in the right track or not. And you know, it becomes harder to do the task that we are supposed to do when we don't even know whether that's the right thing for us, whether we are in the right path or not, whether that is really the purpose of our life. So, being in the category of 18 to 30-year-old, I do have these questions in my mind constantly coming up, and I'll share my story later. But then that's the first category. The second category is the mid adult life, that is adults, midlife adults. That is from the age bracket for that is 30-year-old to 50-year-old. So for them, they are constantly burnt out due to excessive work. They have family pressures, kids are there, and then they don't know what they're doing. And this is especially there for homemakers who feel like, because homemakers, their work sometimes feels like it doesn't have value because it doesn't have a money amount to mark their work, and sometimes they might feel stagnant, and the thought in their head that they don't have a purpose in life is also higher. Or there's a person who is in a desk job, continuously working in the same salary range, there's no growth, or the family situation is not changing. So, all these questions, all these situations make them have the thought again, what's the purpose of my life? And then comes the last age bracket, that is the older adults. People who are closer to retirement or who have retired, and they are like, okay, I have done all my work. This is my work, which I've done. Now, what next? Was that the entire purpose of my life? Was that the entire goal? Was I supposed to do that? Okay, I did that, but I don't really feel that satisfied. Now, what should I do? Now, should I just wait to die? Or do I have more work to do? Is there something else that God has assigned for me? And, they feel disconnected with the world. They feel disconnected with the growing trends, growing world. And again, the question strikes, what is the purpose of my life? So, in this video, I'll be answering some of the most relatable questions or the questions people have asked related to this topic. One by one, I'm going to be answering. Then I'll tell my story, that how I came to this kind of situation. And I hope by the end of this video, you feel satisfied or you have at least some answer to this question so that you do not go down that spiral of what's the purpose of my life. So, let's get started. How I got this thought in my brain was it was our SEM finals were going on, and we had this very hard subject called microprocessor and microcontroller. If you're my friends who are listening, you would know. But luckily, we got 3 days for preparation, and first 2 days were really great. Third day, I thought, okay, let's go down for a scroll early in the morning. I'll feel fresh. I went down. Ironically, when I went down, all these thoughts started coming in my mind, and I was like, the past 2 days, why did I work so hard? And I was like, okay, to get marks. So, to get marks, was that the only goal? What will I do after getting marks? And then it's like, oh, I'll get a job. And it's like, oh, will I be happy then? And then all these questions were like, okay, so if I get marks, that means it proved my existence. That means I'll be worthy of something. And all these negative thoughts were it kept coming to my brain again and again. And I was crying. I was literally outside, standing in front of a plant tree, and I was crying, bawling like a baby. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, so of course, I went to YouTube Guru and I was like, okay, so I don't have a purpose. Help me find a purpose. Okay, and YouTube, this amazing video, gave me such a vague answer. It was like, okay, help someone and keep your mind open. I was like, okay, what will I do with that? What will I do by keeping my mind open and helping someone? But I did take the video's advice and I was like, okay, I don't know how it works to keep mind open, but I can help someone. So I came home and I thought, I was like, okay, how can I help someone? And I thought, okay, what's difficult for me? So what's difficult for me was MPMC, microprocessor and microcontroller. That subject was difficult for me. So I was like, okay, it's difficult for my classmates as well. So how can I help them? So whatever important questions I had written, I took a picture and I sent it on Instagram. Okay, at least it'll help one person. And I didn't feel any different. It was like, okay, what's the point of this? I'm not feeling like I have a purpose. I don't feel any different. What do I do with this? But I sent it and I sent two. I didn't get any response. People were seeing it, but they didn't respond it. And then it was night time. And then I got a message. It was from a dear friend and he was like, thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks a lot for your effort. I was like, okay, dude, you deserve a treat for this. And I was like, oh, okay, someone acknowledged. But that was not the purpose. But then someone else texted that, thank you so much for your efforts. These questions were really hard to find and I appreciate. And I was like, okay. And then someone said, thank you so much. You helped so much. I hope this question comes. And then next day in exam, after writing the exam, someone did text me. It was like, oh, thank you. Your questions did help me in exam. I don't know whether he was saying to be polite or not, but I was so happy that I could add some little value to someone's life. So yeah, that's first half of the story. And that's how I got intrigued by the topic of purpose and life. The second part was one night my mom just randomly asked that, okay, what's your purpose? Okay, and I'm like, oh, I want to help people. Because the first experience made me so happy that, okay, now and every moment I wanted to help. Okay, it's like, oh, I want to help people. And my mom was like, okay, I get that, but what do you want to do in career? And then I was like, intrigued by the question that, okay, so people compare purpose and career. Are they really same? Should we do some research about that? So yes, that's how I started this. So I hope the questions that are coming answered and we'll see whether career is really related to purpose or not. Let's get started with the questions that people have asked. So the first question is, why do I feel stuck even though I'm trying so hard? So first of all, I am so sorry you feel that way. I hope you feel better. So have you ever seen a caterpillar? A caterpillar constantly keeps eating and it keeps moving from one leaf to another, constantly feeding, repetitively doing the same task, and that's a stuck phase. Then it again tries to change and gets in the cocoon phase. In the cocoon phase, from outside it looks like it's doing nothing. But from inside, you know what happens. It's building itself to become a butterfly. So if you feel stuck, don't worry. You may be just in the caterpillar phase or the cocoon phase. So the trying you're doing, it's not going for waste. You are just in your cocoon phase. And in no time, you'll be ready fully established butterfly to get out of that cocoon. So keep trying hard, keep doing what you're doing, and if it feels mundane, change your approaches. But don't worry, you'll soon get out of that cocoon phase of yours. Now, the second question. The second question was, what if my purpose is not grand? Who decides whether the purpose is grand? It's according to our perception, right? What is grand for someone else is not my grand. If someone is like if someone becomes a world chess champion, great, good for them. But is that my grand? Is that my goal? No. I don't know what my goal is, cause or else why would this entire video be? But no one else decides what our grand is. It's us who decides. And sometimes, even though we feel like we have not impacted lives, we have not achieved the highest level or highest position, trust me, we have impacted so many lives. A father who keeps going to office again and again, keeps doing the mundane task. And it feels like, okay, what am I doing? But that father is impacting a child's life, is growing a child, is bringing value to the life of the child, or maybe the wife. And now, in case of homemakers, housewives, they feel stuck. They feel like they're not earning. Like I said before, they feel like they're not doing anything, but they are also impacting the life of a child. They're bringing up that child into, they're making the child grow. They're making the child ready so that they can go into that world. They are helping their husbands. Not only helping, they are the sole head of the household. You think that is easy? They impact so many lives, and that has value, that has purpose. So the grand should be in our head. What is our grand? Don't look around and think that, oh, this person has achieved this, that person has achieved that. That doesn't matter. Think about your own grand, okay? And make that your purpose. And don't think whether what if my purpose is not grand? Your purpose is grand. That's why you're on this earth. Without a grand purpose, you cannot be on this earth. You're here because you're a piece of a big puzzle. And if you go, the entire puzzle will fall. And this puzzle is the world, the universe. There's a saying that even the smallest of bacteria, if that's not there in this world, the entire food chain will collapse, the entire world will collapse. And you are a big organism. If you haven't noticed, you're a big organism, and without you, this world won't be the same. So that is why you're here. You're a piece of a puzzle, okay? And if you don't know that, of course, we don't know that, but you are here and you have impacted so many people. For example, every friend you have helped before the night of exam, that friend who wouldn't have passed, but because of you had gained 1 or 2 extra mark, you had changed that friend's life. Or the stray dog that you have fed, that stray dog would have died of hunger. Just because you fed, that stray dog is alive. You see or the person who you would have smiled at. One day I was feeling so down. I was just so upset with everything, and then this one person just walking by just smiled at me. It just made my day. You guys are doing that. Okay, so that's why you're here. You're here to make this world a better place. And you are making this world a better place. You just don't know that. Okay, so recall all the good things you've done in life, and you'll see that the search of purpose, half of your purpose is already accomplished by you. Okay, so now the final question. Another question was, how do I stop comparing myself to others? I say, why do you have to stop comparing yourself with others? Why can't you turn this comparison into something positive for yourself? Why can't you look at someone and count your blessings? Why can't you compare yourself with someone and be like, oh, this person doesn't have this, but I have this. This person doesn't have the parents I have. This person doesn't have the home I have. They don't live in such a comfortable surrounding. They're not able to breathe good air like I'm able to breathe. They're not in a safe country like I am. Why can't this comparison be positive? See, I understand we all compare, but why is it negative comparison? Why can't we count our blessings? Why can't this comparison be positive? So the question, how do I stop comparing myself with others? Don't stop comparing yourself with others. Keep comparing yourself with others and count your blessings constantly. Okay, it's not just blessings, just whatever you have accomplished and be like, ooh, I accomplished that. That person didn't accomplish. Okay, that's not healthy. It's just comparison can be so positive. Comparison can uplift you. It can make you feel so good. It doesn't have to be negative. And sometimes if you do feel negatively about it, why don't you learn from that person? Or why don't you observe that person and what do they have that you don't and how do you get that? See, comparing you don't have to stop comparing yourself. Get the best out of all your negative qualities. If comparing yourself is a negative quality you feel, get the best out of it. Learn what you can. What are they doing that you're not doing? Do it. What are the things that they don't have but you have? Get it done. Just like count your blessings. That's it. You don't have to stop comparing yourself with others. Okay? And you can get the best out of it. Be productive. Count your blessings. Just be grateful. If you write down, if suppose you're comparing yourself with an influencer, okay? When you compare yourself with that influencer, you see, okay, I have this quality, but this influencer doesn't. I have this quality. So it'll make yourself feel better. And if you don't have something which they have, just try, okay, they have this amazing quality which I'm trying to get. How do they have that? Learn it. You'll be an all-rounder person. The good qualities of yours and the good qualities of someone else together combined. Wow, you're a wonderful person. Okay? Now the last question is, how do I find out what I have to do with life? What is my purpose? Like I said before, your life is a purpose, like your entire life, and then is equivalent to purpose. Your life is equivalent to purpose. It's a whole block. Okay? It's not your career, it's not your family. Everything together, it's like your career, your family, your task, your mundane task, your feeling stuck phase. Everything together has been compiled with the one single block, like a big array. That is your purpose. Okay, some people associate career and purpose together, and I feel that is right and wrong because career is a block of life, right? So, yes, a block of your life, of course, it has purpose, yes, but that's not your only purpose. Your family is there, you are there for yourself, your society. It's all blocks of small purposes. So, you don't have any one purpose. You have multiple purpose. From your childhood till the day you are alive till now, you have accomplished all those small blocks of purpose. You just don't know it. Okay, you have accomplished, like I said, helping a friend, a block of purpose. Okay, so you have accomplished. And career is just one more block of your purpose. It's not entire thing. So when you say, how do I figure out what my purpose is? Did you figure it out that you had to help a friend? No, that was just your natural instinct. So if you say, how do I figure it out? You don't have to. Just follow your instincts and feel do what feels good to your conscience. But still, if you feel like, okay, I need a picture of purpose, I would help you out. So if you feel like you don't have a direction, I'll give that to you, is that every person has 3 main goals, okay? Should have if you want a direction in life. First is self-development. Second is development of others. Third is mutual development, developing someone else and getting something in return, like developing yourself and developing someone else. First one is good, but after a long time, you'll feel like, okay, but I'm doing everything for myself. What am I giving back to the community? Second option is also bad because you feel like, okay, you're doing so much for the community. What are you doing for yourself? Okay, you don't have time for yourself. You're not growing. You just keep on doing. People pleasing comes in. Third one is a good approach. If you want a direction, do something that helps someone else, and in return it helps yourself. For example, like I said, writing notes and sending it on Instagram. Okay, that helped me too. I was more curious to get more questions one by one, that I was practicing those questions. Those questions came in my exam as well, and those questions helped someone else. Now, for example, I'm making this video. I had this confusion of lack of purpose for such a long time, and because of that, to make this video, I had to do additional research on this topic, and it has enhanced my knowledge on this topic, and I hope you also learned something from it. So, to conclude this entire video, I would like to say three main things. Keep comparing yourself with others, but make the best out of it. Okay, get the positives, get the negatives, make the negatives turn into positives. Together, you're the whole person with so many qualities of yourself and someone else. Third, your purpose in life is not one, it's blocks, okay? And you have already achieved these small blocks of your purpose, okay? All these blocks are going to be there. You don't know. You are just going to do what feels right to your brain, your instincts, trust your gut, help someone, and help yourself. Okay, so all this together, I would like to conclude this video, and I would like to say thank you so much. This is my first video in such a topic, and I am very glad that I started with something like this, like a purpose in life, because this has given direction to me and where I have to go. I don't have a clear picture. I just went with my brain instinct and gut, and now I have fulfilled one block of purpose of my life. Thank you so much. See you again for the next video. Bye-bye.